He comes in focused, calm, actually had a longer camp this time, a full camp this time, and so looking to make a statement coming in tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited to see Brandon come in here. He's an interesting guy. He's a U.S. Army vet, and on top of all the MMA fights you just talked about, he actually had an amateur boxing career out in South Korea for a little bit, so I'm kind of excited to see him showcase the hands a little bit.
Absolutely. His boxing, he gets some boxing work over there at Rise Above Boxing in Turlock, California. Good friends of mine, some family of mine over there, and you see his coach, Derek Williams, getting some work on him right now, getting that Vaseline going. Derek Williams, a really well-known coach there in Turlock, California, has a few amateurs who are, frequent the 209 beatdown cage. And so Brandon told me he is ready to come in here, redeem himself, and really focus on getting his first victory here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach Derek, he's got a good den of people in there. I was looking into him a little bit, and they're a very well-rounded crew. So I'm very excited to see Brandon come out here and have some fun.
Absolutely.
And his opponent fighting out of the red corner, please welcome Carlos Tarango.
All right, out walks Carlos Tarango out of Blesner Taekwondo, fighting out of Ripon, California, just 21 years of age. And again, this is a fight at 140 pounds. Made his debut back in June of 2024. Although carrying a Taekwondo and kickboxing background, he has submissions under his belt. He is not afraid to take it to the ground and grab that submission when he needs it. Really well-rounded fighter. He's an exciting fighter, and I love to watch him come into this cage. Blake, what do you know about Carlos?
Yeah, no, I mean, you pretty much hit the nail on the head. I'm excited to see, I'm always excited to see people with karate, taekwondo backgrounds that can also grapple, because like you said, he's fresh off a first-round sub in June in the 209 cage, and also paired with that taekwondo background and distance management, he should be an exciting addition to tonight's card. I'm excited for this one.
Absolutely. If you guys are just now tuning in, we're here at the Chicken Ranch Casino, Jamestown, California. 209 Beatdown, Pop Light Fight Promotions, co-promotions here, Chaos in the Coop. And we are heading into our second fight here at a catch weight of 140 pounds.
Fight fans, this next fight is 3 rounds in the bantamweight division. Brought to you by JR Entertainment's 209 Beatdown and Hop Fight Productions. Introducing the 3 men in the cage, starting with your referee, Mr. Wayne Phillips. And now the fighters. Fighting out of the blue corner, he comes to us today wearing white shorts trimmed in black, standing 5 feet 7 inches tall and weighing in at 140.4 pounds. He is a southpaw fighter fighting out of Williams Martial Arts. He brings a 0-1 record to the cage, fighting out of Turlock, California. Please welcome Brandon Perriatt. And his opponent across the cage, wearing black shorts trimmed in red. He comes to us today standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 140 pounds. He is also an orthodox fighter fighting out of Blesner Taekwondo. He brings a 1-1 record to the cage with 1 win by way of submission, fighting out of Ripon, California. Please welcome Carlos Tarango.
All right, a catch weight of 140 pounds, 3 2-minute rounds, our second fight of the night. Carlos Tarango in the red corner, Brandon Perriatt in the blue. We look to kick off the first round here. Touch of gloves.
Oh, quick start. Right away from Perriatt. Oh.
I really like that from Brandon Perriatt. I mean, in the past we have seen him have a slow start, so I'm sure that was an adjustment from Coach Derek Williams, like, hey, get out there and get going.
Lead leg. Yeah, anything but a slow start from Brandon Perriatt. That's for sure.
Using that boxing heavy style here is Perriatt. Beautiful use of the legs from Tarango.
Oh, good head movement. Good exit. Hit, don't get hit. Hit, don't get hit. That's that karate style.
Absolutely. Whoa, big hammer.
Big body shots.
Look at that.
Good cage awareness from Tarango.
Beautiful double there for Tarango.
Perriatt might have gotten just a little overzealous there, having him against the fence like that. Kind of gave up his hips pretty easy, just with that big onslaught of body shots.
Yeah. And Perriatt does have that head, but I would love to see him focus on getting those legs out, start working his way back up. But,
yeah, he needs to bail on the head right now, because with no guard retention, there's no guillotine. It's essentially kind of keeping himself down at the moment. There we go.
Some body work here. Still has that head as Perriatt.
Got the double headlock from. Great round.
Battle of the headlocks there.
Yeah, right.
What'd you think of that first round, Blake?
I'll tell you what, all action. You know, it's one of those things that we kind of touched on earlier about the 2-minute rounds. You know, it kind of allows guys to just stomp on the pedal, you know what I mean, for a whole 2 minutes, because at any point in the round, it's less than 2 minutes from being over. So you can kind of afford to up that pace in the shorter rounds.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, I really like the approach from Brandon Perriatt. Coming in a little more eager this time, eager to get the fight going, eager to get his fight going. But you know what? Tarango doing the right thing there, getting that double leg shooting and taking Perriatt down and just neutralizing all the pressure that was coming to him from Perriatt.
Yeah, yep, exactly. Just using what was given to him. You know, he was happy on the outside with that long distance management, but when Perriatt kind of cornered him and just let the punches go and gave his hips up, he took that.
Absolutely. As we look to head into round number 2 of 3. Carlos Tarango in the red corner, Brandon Perriatt in the blue. Start of round number 2. Touch of gloves again.
Ooh, big head kick. These boys are swinging.
Wow, Tarango swinging hard. He's losing balance. And Perriatt taking advantage of that. Tarango with a takedown of his own.
Yeah, nice takedown. I'll tell you what, I would like to see Perriatt keep it on the feet. He's closing distance a little too much right now for Tarango. It's just kind of giving him that takedown as opposed to getting taken down.
Absolutely.
Because right now on the feet, they're both landing big. But on the ground, it seems to be an advantage for Tarango.
Yes. Tarango really takes advantage. Wow, full mount.
Yeah, nice pass.
Looking to land heavy here is Tarango. The referee is watching closely.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, good. Wow. Beautiful reversal there from Perriatt.
Tarango's looking to set that triangle up.
He is.
Oh,
it's an armbar.
Oh, my goodness. Talk about a scramble.
Wow. Good scramble from both these men. Perriatt. Big knee.
Man, what a fight.
And again, just seeing both these men grow in this 2-9 beatdown cage, it's been awesome. You can see the difference and growth already in their careers. I love both of their approaches to this fight.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, even in bad positions, Perriatt is absolutely not giving anything up, as he just showcased with that scramble. He went from being full mounted to borderline the fight being stopped to on top to throwing knees on his feet, all in a matter of 10 seconds.
Absolutely. 10 seconds left here. That'll do it for round number 2. I like what I'm seeing, Blake.
Yeah, me also. As a fan, you can't ask for anything more than what these two guys are showcasing tonight.
Yes, and I think these two are very aware of that 2-minute time between, 2-minute rounds, just because you can tell just their gas tanks are, they're running low, I would say. I mean, Tarango's gasping for air over here. We got Perriatt doing the same, but that just, shows that these guys know they have to work with that 2 minutes they get in each round, and I like what I'm seeing.
Yeah, no, I think that's exactly right. They're absolutely fighting like they're 2-minute rounds, which is okay because they're 2-minute rounds, So
Absolutely.
they're keeping the pace high as they should, and it has been a very back and forth fight so far, especially on the feet. On the ground, I would definitely give the advantage to Tarango, but.
All right, Chicken Ranch
the third
Casino
round's gonna say a
Resort
lot.
fight fans, let's give it up for these fighters as they enter into the third and final round.
All right, third and final round. Carlos Tarango, Brandon Perriatt looking to end it big here tonight. Time in. Touch of gloves.
A more controlled start to this third round, at least. I don't anticipate that lasting long, though.
And that kind of alludes to like the gas tank situation.
Sure.
It definitely slows the pace down coming into the third. But I mean, these guys are swinging, so.
Yeah, absolutely. There's something left in there. Oh, big shots.
Big left there from Perriatt, landed clean.
Right there. This approach, I think, is gonna help Perriatt the most. Right
Yes,
here.
absolutely.
Land, and then stay right at that same
Absolutely.
distance. Stick move.
Oh, big right from
See,
both
right there,
men.
yep.
Excuse me, a left from Tarango landed, a right from Perriatt landed, but Perriatt's had a little bit more oomph to it.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see it on Tarango's face. Beautiful shot. Good entry. Good takedown.
Man. Tarango on top here.
Looking to pass right into that mount.
Full mount.
Looking to isolate that left arm of Perriatt. Yep, there we go.
Just needs a little bit of space to get to work with those hammer fists.
Yep.
And there it is. Big right landed there. That was huge. 10 seconds left.
Still fighting. Perriatt fighting to the very end.
Trying to buck him off here. Use of the cage, and that'll do it.
Great fight.
Yeah, 3 2-minute rounds. Carlos Tarango, Brandon Perriatt giving us a show here in just the second fight of the night. If that doesn't tell you what this night is going to look like for us, Blake, I don't know what would. That was an amazing fight.
Yeah, that was an absolute barn burner from start to finish, and then a great show of respect at the end. Kind of shows what the sport's all about right there. So yeah, I think that.
And it's so far. We'll send it to the cage.
Weight division full 3 rounds and gone to the judges' scorecards. Your judges have scored a unanimous decision for your winner. Fighting out of the red corner, Carlos Tarango.
All right, Carlos Tarango moves to 2-1 in his amateur MMA career, getting the win here over Brandon Perriatt. What an amazing fight. The respect